All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Raiders Daily. If you guys enjoy this video and you like daily Raiders content, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to live react here to an article. It appears as if they're going through each position and giving an opinion on it. And my last couple of videos, national media not giving too much love to the Raiders. That seems to be the running theme. Yeah, so that's really it. Let's get into this video. I'm working on the background, by the way. I'm working on all this stuff. I just bought a camera, so this is probably, hopefully this is the last unedited video you see. But appreciate you guys' patience, and I love making these videos, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. So the quarterbacks, new addition, Chase Garbers, rookie, Nick Mullins, Jared Stidham, and then you lost Mariota, you lost Nathan Peterman. So outside of Derek Carr, it's a completely new quarterback room, and they said better with a caveat. Personally, I would like to have a better backup QB than Nick Mullins and Jarrett, but Jarrett's been in McDaniel's system, came from the Patriots, so it looks like there's a backup plan to the backup plan. I would imagine if things ever really, really hit the fan, that the front office, the management would be able to figure it out. They'd be able to figure something out. So I'm not too worried about the quarterback position. All right, running backs. Additions, Amir Abdullah, who's actually, I think that's actually super dope. Brandon Bolden, Zamir White, Zeus, Britton Brown, and Jacob Johnson from the Patriots. So if you haven't sensed this running theme, is that Brandon Bolden, Jacob Johnson, they're from the Patriots. They're from McDaniel's system, and that's three players already that McDaniels is familiar and comfortable with. Losers, Peyton Barber, Jalen Richard, Alec Ingold, and Trey Regis, and Sutton Smith. And the returners are Kenyon Drake and Josh Jacobs. By the way, guys, keep in mind, bear with me, I'm not good with names whatsoever. If I botch it, go ahead, drop a comment down below. I appreciate it. Better, worse, or the same? They said better. I agree 100%. I think that Brandon Bolden, Amir Abdullah, Brandon Bolden's like super below the radar. Amir's like even more below the radar. Whenever people talk about the running back situation next year, it's usually, just kind of Josh Jacobs and Kenyon Drake. And then sometimes you hear Zamir White, you hear Zeus get thrown in there. I'm very excited about the future of Zeus because it's not looking like Josh Jacobs will be returning, in my opinion, to the Las Vegas Raiders. And unless he has a stellar season, and I'm talking like a Pro Bowl appearance, I honestly am kind of for not bringing him back. Unless the money makes sense and there is mutual interest in a return, obviously. But unless the money doesn't make sense, that's not something that I'm pushing that much. But Kenyon Drake's a very good pass back as well. And we've seen him have good running seasons as well. So as far as depth goes, I think the Raiders are actually absolutely money at that position. Tight ends, added Cole Fotheringham, Jake Hollister, Jesper Horsted. Losers, Derek Carrier, Daniel Helm. Returners, Darren Waller, Foster Moreau, Nick Bowers. It's the same. The article, ESPN said it was the same. I agree. I think it's just like the complete same. I'm really only focused on Darren Waller and Foster Moreau. I think Moreau's a very good underrated tight end who can catch some. He can block a little bit. We'll see if he can take somewhat of a leap. But Darren Waller, I anticipate they'll pay him and they'll extend him. All right, receivers, additions, Devontae Adams, Keelan Cole, Justin Hall, Mac Hollins, Demarcus Robinson, Jordan Vesey. Lost Brian Edwards, Zay Jones, Deshaun Jackson, and Henry Ruggs III. Returning, Hunter Renfrow, Dylan Stoner, DJ Turner, and Tyron Johnson. Better, worse, or the same? ESPN's going with better. I'm agreeing with better. I actually don't think I need to elaborate on that, but I like the additions of Keelan Cole. I like the additions of Demarcus Robinson, Mac Hollins. Those are kind of like my big three outside of Devontae Adams, obviously. I'm not upset about the Raiders getting rid of Brian Edwards. He couldn't really create separation. And then Zay Jones, I don't really know how I feel about that. I can see both sides. I have a lot of people comment like, oh, they should have brought him back, or I'm glad they didn't bring him back. I don't honestly have much of an opinion on it. I would have said, if you have to ask me, and I had to give an answer, I would say I would have liked him to come back, but at the end of the day, there are a lot of chefs in that kitchen. So we'll see who can kind of emerge as wide receiver number 2. I mean, it's Hunter's in the slot. So we'll see who WR2 is going to be. My money is on Keelan Cole. Keelan Cole's never really had a legitimate, good, solid quarterback, in my opinion. Demarcus Robinson, he's a good player as well. So I think it's going to be between those two guys. And Mac Hollins is pretty low-key. He's not too bad whatsoever. All right, offensive line. Added Dylan Parham, Thayer Munford, Alex Bars, Bamidele Olasani. I'm butchering these offensive linemen. Tyrone Wheatley Jr., I kind of like that, from Chicago, if you guys didn't know that. Jordan Meredith, and the lost Richie Incognito, Nick Martin, Jeremiah Pudasi. Returned Colton Miller, John Simpson, Andre James, Alex Leatherwood, Denzel Good, Brandon Parker, Lester Cotton Sr., Jermaine Illuminor, Ronis Grasu, Jackson Barton, nice name, better, worse, same. ESPN's going with same. I think they're better. I think they're a lot better, actually. I think Dylan Parham is going to be a jack of all trades. Considering the Raiders didn't have a first rounder or a second rounder, and you're able to take Dylan, an actual legitimate starting offensive lineman, in the third round, I think that was absolutely money. I think he's going to be very good. He's very versatile as well. And if you guys been watching my videos, I'm very hopeful on the progression and development into stardom of Alex Leatherwood. And I keep preaching this. If the Raiders' offensive line can just be adequate, if they can just get the job done, I'm going to be happy. All right, moving on. That's the coming soon defense. All right, that was about the offense. So where do I see the Raiders ranked offensively speaking? If they can stay healthy for the most part, I would say they should be a top 10 offense. They should be a top 10 offense. If they're not a top 10 offense, I'm going to start having some concerns by probably week 10 or so. Things are most likely going to take a little bit to click, but I think Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, I think they're going to get going quickly. Obviously, they have that connection at Fresno State, and they're both just stars. Devontae Adams is an absolute superstar stud. You got a healthy Darren Waller, which changes the game. Hopefully, like I said, that offensive line can progress and develop at least just slightly. At least slightly, bro. They had the 28th ranked offensive line last season, which is no bueno. And going to have to make improvements there. You're going to have to make improvements there. So we'll see what happens with the offensive line. But it should open up the run game for Josh Jacobs, Kenyon Drake, and Zeus, and Brandon Bolden, and Amir Abdullah, all the different running backs we got. So you have that. But Hunter, Devontae, Darren, alone with Derek Carr, I think they should be more than okay. I know the Raiders really struggled with offensive red zone last season. I don't see that being an issue. I really don't. And I also think that Josh McDaniels is going to run more two tight end sets. And what I think that's going to do is I think that's going to open up so many different routes, just not for running, for passing, but ultimately red zone efficiency. Josh McDaniels doesn't give me any concern in the red zone. He's a smart guy. He's strategic. And I feel like he utilizes his players very properly. So I'm not too worried about some of the things the Raiders struggled in last season, per se. New coaching staff, new schemes. It might take a little bit. It might take some people longer than others, some players longer than others. But I think for the most part, the Raiders' offense should be somewhere around the late top 10, somewhere between 7 to 10. And I think if things go quicker than anticipated and things go a lot smoother than at the start than they could, then you're looking at a top 5 offense 100%. So some would actually argue if the Raiders don't finish with a top 5 offense that they're missing something. Something's not working. So I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about this Raiders offense next season. And I hope you have a great weekend. If you're watching this and it's still the weekend, it's Friday afternoon here. And have a blessed, 4th of July? Shit, man, is that Monday? This is not worth it to the video. So do people have work off on Monday? Probably. That's it for today. Enjoy the weekend. I'll see you guys later.